What's up, Counterpunch Boxing? Okay, look, man, it's like, I don't know, what is it, 1:30 in the morning, and, I was about to go to bed. But I'm going through my boxing news, and, I just see everything kind of blowing up on all over these channels. I'm getting notifications, and, it's the title of these videos in my notifications say, Sergey Kovalev, racist comments and racist tweet, and, he's a closet racist. I mean, just all these, like, man, it's just like, these alarms going off, it's just crazy. I'm like, all right, so what's going on? So I click on the video and I watch it. Okay, now, this might be kind of a long video, but it's really important that you listen to it. And it's basically a response video to 78, to Dante's Boxing Nation. Who is it? I think Gotti, Travis Gotti, Barbershop Conversations, all these guys out there that are just all over this. I mean, it's like, you know what? I'll get into it in a minute, what I really think. And there's kind of a plot twist, okay? There's going to be a little bit of a plot twist, and you'll start to see it unfold. You'll start to see the truth unfold. Now, I want to make a disclaimer here. I want to put out a disclaimer. I'm not defending Kovalev, but I can explain why he did what he did and what I think he meant, and not only that, I'm not going to show you the actual tweet that Kovalev sent out. This was another tweet that he sent out that, according to these guys, is extremely racist. Here we go again, right? But I'm not going to show you any of that because of copyright issues. I mean, it's a touchy subject, and I don't want to deal with that. So, but I'll show you what I can. I'll do my best at explaining what actually happened, okay? I mean, long story short, okay, Kovalev puts out a tweet, and he's tweeting he's texting. It's like a little animated video where he's texting Andre Ward, and Kovalev says, something like, hey, motherfucker, I'm going to beat your ass, I want my belts, and then, like, Andre Ward is texting Kovalev back, and here's the thing. I can't use the word either because, again, I'm not going to get any copyright strikes or any kind of, strikes on my account. So we're going to say, using the N word, okay? So Andre Ward is writing Kovalev back saying, we'll call it trigger, okay? Trigga, we'll call it's the N word with the A. Again, it's so fucking childish that I can't say it because it's just ridiculous. But we're gonna call it trigger, right? And he's saying, like, trigger, I'll beat your ass, so he's talking shit, and then Andre Ward deletes it and says, okay, leave me alone. And then Kovalev says something else, and then Andre Ward will text him back and say, blah, 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 trigger this, trigger that, So in other words, they're trying to say that Kovalev is being a racist in a subtle way, right? Because, he is insinuating by impersonating or imitating Andre Ward as a man that uses this type of lingo. That he's the type of dude that, uses that word, okay? So, therefore, just by thinking that that's how Andre Ward talks, that automatically makes him a racist, right? It's like if I want to imitate one of these guys and I do it just in a way using certain words and everything that's, offensive or whatever. So that's what it is. I mean, that's all it is right there. And, first we had the Adonis Stevenson's t-shirt, which I'll get into that too. And now we have the tweet where Kovalev is basically imitating Andre Ward, but, kind of talking like a gangster, right? Trigger this, trigger, just talking like a gangster, right? Okay, so boom, here all these channels go, Kovalev's a racist, oh my God, oh my God. And, I just can't help to think, I really cannot help to think, where was the video, when Mayweather, made those racist comments about Manny Pacquiao, calling him a midget and gonna, cook me up some fried rice and, cook some cats and dogs, poodles and noodles, everything that Mayweather said. Where was the outcry? Where was the outrage? I mean, and look, here's the thing. A lot of people, they no longer take those channels serious, like a Dante's Boxing Nation, because everything is racist. Okay, and again, you know what? I'm not defending Kovalev, but I'm going to leave that up to you guys. But I really believe in his mind, it's funny, it's comedy, and again, it is a different culture in Russia. The dude is like 30 years old. He spent, 26, 27 years in Russia, and they're not all politically correct like we are. They're not, they don't walk around apologizing for everything, watching every little word they say, like our American culture has like trained us and beat us into submission to do. Okay, I mean, they're not like that. They're a little rough around the edges over there. So do I think Kovalev, deep down in his heart, do I think he's a racist? No, I really don't. I truthfully don't. But according to this Dante's Boxing Nation video, white people want to be racist, but without the title. Okay, that's what he says. So if you're white, you want to be racist without the title, and we use code words. Okay, we all go around and use code words. So, in other words, Sergey Kovalev, he was using a code word in this tweet that was meant to be funny. It was meant to be funny and entertaining. But because he included that word, the GGA, not the ER, not the R at the end, but the A, like you hear in every gangster rap song. I mean, I can't walk out my front door without hearing that word, or go through my day without hearing that word 10 times in a day, okay? So, but again, I'm not going to make this video about that. I mean, that's something that's been debated a long time. Why is it the African American community, black people, why can they use this word every 10 seconds, but when a white guy uses it, it's racist, okay? It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, we got, here we go, 78 Sports. Sergey Kovalev gets a pass on racism. Well, again, I mean, why was Mayweather given a pass, okay? Whenever, and I'm going to show you some tweets and different things from different black boxers, that are clearly racist, and I want to know why these guys didn't, run home and make a 20-minute video about that, because, I mean, it's like, I mean, they're all over it when Kovalev does it, but when Mayweather does it, Adrian Broner, Bernard Hopkins, I mean, God, even going all the way back to, like, Mike Tyson, there's no coverage, and so to me, but again, I find it really hilarious that these channels that are clearly racist towards white people, like they have built their entire channel, holding up black boxers and basically, pushing down white boxers. They've built a whole channel around that, which is like the most racist thing you can do. I mean, look at my channel. I support and promote and praise any boxer. It doesn't matter. And anyone that knows my channel or knows me, they know that. So if anyone has a right to complain and to point it out, I do, because I actually, I practice what I preach. Okay? I mean, I support all boxers, but these guys clearly favor and protect. They protect certain boxers, like a Mayweather, like an Adrian Broner, like an Al Heyman even, again, that's been accused of being a racist at times, okay? So, the double standard is what really bothers me. The double standard, and they're just such hypocrites about it. I mean, if you're going to report on racism, if you're going to be an advocate for racism, then, cover it all. Cover when Mayweather, is just extremely disrespectful towards Manny Pacquiao and the Filipino people, cover that. Cover Bernard Hopkins, telling, who was he telling? Oh, shit, what's his name? I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. And, I'll fuck you till you love me, white boy. Adrian Broner, talking about, Mexicans can get it, Black Americans can get it, making comments about, constantly making comments about white boy this and white boy that and Mexican this, and, just making racist comments, but they never report on that. They never cover that. So, this is what I don't like, the double standard. So they immediately lose credibility, because look, if you're gonna stand up against racism, then stand up against it all, and stop protecting protecting, a guy like Mayweather, an 8-time woman beater, and that's what they do. It's exactly what they do. They just hold him up on a pedestal and jump all over Kovalev when he does something. And like I said, I'll get into what I really think Kovalev meant, okay? Okay, here it is right here. Warning. Oh, okay. And what is up with these channels like putting these like these like shock words in front of their videos? Like it's like wow, Gennady Golovkin, and then you click on the video and there's not a wow factor. So it's just like their channels are really coming across as clickbait. It really is. So warning, Sergey Kovalev's latest racist tweet and the whole truth about Russia. So Dante's Boxing Nation, he went on to give a lesson in the racism that goes on in Russia. So he didn't stop at Kovalev. Oh, no. I mean, he gave like a history lesson about Russia and racism. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. I mean, to take it that far over one tweet. I mean, how about this? How about this for a defense? The guy made a mistake, okay? Or, he simply didn't understand that was offensive. And now, this is what I also heard. I talked to a friend of mine earlier that was at, was it New York? I can't remember where I think it may have been New York, California. But he said that Andre Ward and his team, they were walking around, and that's all Kovalev heard was, the N-word. Whenever Ward and his crew, when they were talking, everything was, trigger this, trigger that. Oh, we're going to beat that trigger's ass, trigger. Again, I'm not using the word. I'm using the word trigger. Okay? Trigger. And so that's what I heard, that Kovalev was basically mocking them because he heard that word like 100 times, and he thought it would be kind of funny to put it in this little tweet that he did. So this is what I've heard. Now again, I'm not defending him, but I'm telling you the whole story, okay? I'm not going to pull out little bits and pieces and that just fits my narrative, right? And that's what these guys do, okay? They're only going to report on something that fits their own agenda, all right? So, now, as getting to the picture you see right here with, remember Kovalev put a tweet out about Adonis Stevenson, and, he said that he looked like a monkey or whatever, and, and I talked about that in one of my videos, and I said, from what I was told, and I was actually told this by Kovalev's strength and conditioning coach. I mean, so what I was told came directly from their camp. And this is when me and I'm not going to mention his name, me and another guy interviewed him about 2 years ago, or about a year ago. It's like right after it happened. Okay, and Kovalev said that, he truly believed that Adonis Stevenson, like, looked like a monkey. Like, he said, I never thought about, that he was like a black man or whatever. He goes, he just looked like a human being that looked like a monkey, okay? And that's why he put out, the tweet with the T-shirt there. And then, what he did with the Andre Ward thing today or yesterday, whatever, again, he thought it was funny. And, maybe he used bad judgment. You decide. I personally think that Kovalev just thought it was funny, and he doesn't realize that Americans are like these sensitive crybabies that get offended when the wind blows, right? I mean, that's how it is. It's like Americans nowadays, they get offended by absolutely anything and everything, and especially these channels out here. Like I mentioned earlier, in my mind, they're the most racist people out there. They're constantly protecting these guys and shitting on everyone else. So... But here's the shirt right here that I'm talking about. You see? Kovalev puts out a tweet, and this was, I don't know, a couple years back, and he says, Adonis looks great. Okay, and look, he's laughing, ha ha ha, again, and Kovalev apologized. He said, I didn't think anything, I wasn't thinking any kind of ill thoughts about him or his race. He said, I just thought it was funny that, he reminds me of a monkey. And I started thinking about it, okay? how many people out there do you know that remind you of an animal? Like, to me, there's tons of them, and I could give you so many examples. And people, when I tell them that, they're like, "Oh, okay, Kovalev really thought he actually looked like a monkey," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what he said." Okay, I mean, bam, look right here. I mean, seriously, look at this. You got Bush. I mean, he looks like a monkey, right? Okay, who does this remind you of? All right, seriously. Think about it hard. He's a boxer. Who does this remind you of? Look at the eyes. Look at the nose. Okay, has nothing to do with skin color, right? Tell me that doesn't look like Carl Froch. Just tell me this doesn't look like that. Okay, I mean, do you see my point here? I mean, and here, you know, we have Roger Mayweather. Can't even go to dinner with my son without seeing these chink-eye motherfuckers. I hope their idol lose Saturday. Okay, this is Mayweather. Okay, Roger Mayweather tweeting out, you know, about the Filipino people. You know, saying that he can't go, or, you know, this is Mayweather Sr., by the way, Floyd Mayweather Sr., the dad, that he can't go out to eat with Mayweather without these, you know, the Filipino people, as he calls them, chink-eye motherfuckers. You know, so, you know, where's the video about that, Dante's about? Where is it? And this is not a fake account. I've heard a lot of people try to say that. This account was confirmed. You can go look it up on 100 different websites. It was confirmed, okay? And here, Jeremy Lin, unbelievable. Bob Arum said, I went over to Bradley. Okay, that's when we were talking about scissors. And then Roger Mayweather said, shut the hell up and send me some sushi rolls, right? Some sushi rolls. Okay, and you remember in that 20-minute rant that Floyd Mayweather did when he was doing a live chat on his laptop in his kitchen, you remember when he was talking about Manny Pacquiao, you know, chopping up like sushi rolls and this all kinds of racist comments, and these channels didn't touch it. Didn't touch it. You know, where are your videos about that? Okay, or the time, you know, Mayweather was arrested and convicted, you know, for beating women. Like, so, you know, just imagine if Kovalev did something like this. So this is what I mean when I say the double standard. So again, I'm not defending Kovalev. I'm telling you what I honestly believe, and I honestly believe it was just a joke and bad taste, bad humor, and his lack of knowledge for the American culture. And that's honestly what I think. Okay? But here, let me read you some Mayweather tweets here. Manny, take your ass back to the Philippines and bring me back some sushi rolls, okay? I know Puccio ain't hitting his wife right. Pass that to the Mayweather. We the real winners, baby. Okay. I heard Filipino females have a tight... I'm not even going to read this shit. I mean... So I want to have a party with your Filipino wife. By the way, I love Asians and Filipino females. I have a few at my house right now. I mean, this shit's just crazy. And then this girl says we don't cook that stuff. That's Japanese food, you idiot. You know. So by the way, you know, Mayweather was talking about sushi rolls and this, that, and the other, and that's not, you know, traditionally Filipino food. That's Japanese food. The guy's such a fucking idiot, okay? And then Roger Mayweather tweets back, well, y'all all look the same, okay? Again, you know, where are the videos covering? This is like flat, and there's no question about it. Like, this can't be misconstrued. This is like clear-cut racism, you know? So... that's what I don't like, the double standard. Okay, Floyd Mayweather recently in the news making his comments about Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin is a good player, but all the hype is because he's Asian. Black players do what he does every night and don't get the same praise. Okay, you know, so and here, right here, this, you know, in this video right here, Mayweather is going off, I'd say probably one of the worst recent, you know, tangents or racist tangents I've ever heard in boxing, ever. And these guys did not report on it, and they continued to make videos supporting Mayweather after that. You know, so then he goes to prison after beating up on 8 women. I mean, 8 women, okay? It's not like you got drunk, had a bad night, and like accidentally hit your girl or something. I mean, 8 fucking times, okay? You know, but they continue to support this man. So do you see? I mean, how can I take them serious? How can they have any credibility? How can anyone, you know, listen to them and just say, okay, yeah, I respect what you say and I understand, and you can't. You simply can't. The truth is they've cried wolf so many times that you don't know when to take them serious because everything is racist. Okay, and look, I don't want to make this channel about racism. I really don't. Like, I just want to get back to boxing, but it's like, I have no choice right now. I feel like, what these guys are doing is so wrong. And, trust me, and if you guys are out there listening, if anyone that knows me will tell you that I'm 100% against racism. And I'm not going to go over the reasons why and what I've done to prove that or whatever, but I'm telling you, I'm not a racist. I'm really not. But what I think is, I think you guys are the closet racist, okay? I think you guys are the ones that, secretly hate white people and want to promote black people. And it's just the truth. I mean, it's honestly how I feel, okay? And I feel that way because of the reason, I mean, mainly because, it's obvious, number one, but number two is, again, where are your Mayweather videos? Where's your Adrian Broner videos? Where's your Bernard Hopkins videos? And there's I can't remember who it was. Was it it might have been Andre Berto. Can't remember, calling some white dude a cracker, he said something like shut your cracker ass up or something like that. And you know what, I'll pull it up if need be and put it in my next video. But again, and it made the news, but where are your videos about that? So it seems like, selective attacks here. Like it's never against Mayweather or Broner or any of these other guys or Mayweather Senior. It's always against, white people. So, like I said, if I saw one video that you guys were calling out Mayweather, then boom, you got instant credibility in my mind. But, until you do that, until you make a video, telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, then you have no credibility. Okay? I mean, all it is, you're feeding your audience is all you're doing. And not only that, again, look at your reporting. I mean, you have right now one of the best boxers on the planet, Vasily Lomachenko, and, you guys put out these like half-ass videos covering him, but then like you'll make like an hour-long video about Earl Spence, talking about how great he is, so it's clear that you guys are the true racist, and or maybe hey, maybe you don't even know it yourself, but you are, maybe you are the closet racist, okay? And and I don't appreciate things like talking about how white America thinks it's fashionable to be racist. I mean, I mean, like verbatim, that's what this dude just said in his video, that white people, like it's some kind of trend, like flip-flops or some, you know what I mean? Like it's like some kind of new trend to be a closet racist in white America. It's crazy to me. I mean, here's another example right here. The dude from Hellboy looks like a dog. It's just like, I could give you example after example. There's Putin right there. It looks like a damn dog. Okay, here's Larry King. Looks like a monkey to me. Am I racist because this human being looks like a monkey or an animal? No, it's funny and it's humor. But you guys want to capitalize on that and try to make a little bit of that YouTube monetization now, don't you? That's exactly what you're doing. Here we go. Clint Eastwood looking like a pissed off monkey. So that's what Kovalev meant when he put, when the little boy had that t-shirt on. This is what he meant. It's humor. Here's a Busey, whatever. This is the kind of humor he was going for. But of course, people like you turned it into something racist, okay? Because everything is racist. I mean, here's Donald Trump. How many pictures out there have you seen with Donald Trump next to like a orange orangutan, right? I mean, I don't know who looks more like a sloth, though. I think Carl Froch. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, It's just getting out of control. And like I said, I wasn't even going to make a video about it, but that's my response and my, explanation, or at least my opinion on what happened. I think there's a plot twist here. You have channels out there that are reporting on racism, right? They're reporting on racism, but in turn, these are they are the ones who are being racist, So, and why? I mean, partly because of their biased reporting. So, like I said, if you want to stand up against racism, then stand up against racism. Don't pick and choose the stories that you want to cover, right? I mean, don't just nitpick what you want to cover, and that's exactly what they're doing. So look, leave your comment below, guys. I mean, that's about all I have. And look, I mean, I really want to hear from you. I want to know what you guys think, because this stuff it really is getting out of control. So, leave it below. Let's hear it.